Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. I hope you are having a great day. Am I the idiot for going behind my wife's back and telling her pregnant sister that she's being cheated on? I have been married to my wife for 3 years. I am 27 and she's 26, my sister-in-law is 30, and my piece of shit brother-in-law is 31. I always had a close relationship with my sister-in-law, we are friends. Also had a decent connection with my brother-in-law, not that close, but we often talk and get along. My wife and her sister didn't get along as much as you would expect from siblings. It wasn't just normal siblings rivalry, but constant fights and arguments. Anyway, 3 weeks ago when I was having dinner with my friends, I saw my brother-in-law with another woman. They were just eating, I didn't think much of it, I wanted to go and greet him, but I kept talking to my friends. After a while, I saw that he gave her a light kiss. I was so shocked. I decided to not confront him, and when I got back home, I told my wife everything. I told her that her sister is getting cheated on and we need to tell her, but my wife said we should talk to my brother-in-law instead of telling her sister, and we should not break their marriage, because her sister is pregnant. I was like, what the F? So what if she's pregnant? Her husband is a cheater. I tried to convince my wife multiple times that we should tell her sister the truth. I told her that I know they don't get along, but she's still her sister and this isn't right, but she asked me to stay out of it. I tried my best to convince my wife, but she either ignored me or said we shouldn't break their marriage. I had enough of her, and yesterday I told her that I am coming clean to my sister-in-law. She and I have a great bond, and I can't and won't betray her. My wife said that if I tell her the truth she will not talk to me. I replied, I won't talk to you either if you don't want to do what's right. Today I told my sister-in-law the truth. I went to her place and told her everything. She was doubtful and she asked me to leave. After a few hours, sister-in-law called me crying and said what I said was the truth and she shouldn't have doubted me and kicked me. She said she's leaving him. I asked her, where would you go? Do you have money? She said she does, but not that much. I wired her a bit and said she should call me if she needs help. And she thanked me and said she will only use the money I send if it's necessary, otherwise she will return. My brother-in-law called my wife, and well, my wife lashed onto me. She said I ruined her family and her sister's life. I said, I thought the moment we got married your family is mine and my family is yours. Anyway, why the F are you defending that man so much? What about your sister? She didn't reply to me and she's not talking to me either. I tried to talk to her and convince her that it was the right thing to do, but she wouldn't talk to me, so I said, fine, stay angry, and if you want to divorce me, then go ahead. I think I have nuked my marriage. Do not know if what I did was truly right. Sounds like your wife supports cheaters and that should be worrying to you, not the idiot. I thought about it and I am concerned about it, but I somewhat think she just asked me to not tell her, because my sister-in-law is pregnant and it will cause her more stress. That's just what I think, but the truth is, if I hide it and support my wife, I am in the wrong. If I tell her the truth after she gives birth, then still I am wrong. And if I hide it forever, I am still wrong. Like, what am I supposed to do? Cover up for the cheater and not help my family? Even if my wife is angry at me, and probably will lose her, if I already haven't lost her. Not the idiot. If I were you, I would sleep with one eye open. Your wife has no moral standards. I truly have been thinking about this, that she might just be. But I love and trust my wife, and I was thinking she wanted me to not tell her because my sister-in-law is pregnant, and women know how stressful pregnancy is. And after the pregnancy, she might have thought that her sister needs support from her husband? I don't know, nothing here makes sense to me. There was nothing for me to suspect of her cheating on me. I'm surprised your wife wouldn't tell her sister. So am I. What I think is that no matter how strained both sisters' relationship is, at least a sibling would have the back of their sibling. Especially when they are pregnant, but she didn't even try to help her sister, and is angry at me. I am like, what the F? Is this really the woman I got married to? Well, I don't think you're the idiot, and that's for sure. But I don't know if this was the right moment for you to tell your sister-in-law about this. I mean, it was the right thing to do, but I'm also worried about her. She's pregnant, and news like that could, unfortunately, affect her health and consequently the pregnancy. So, when you said, "So what if she's pregnant?" and all you wanted was to tell her about her husband's infidelity, I thought that was a little strange, not gonna to lie. Especially, since news like that could probably not only end her marriage, but also affect her pregnancy. So thinking only from this perspective, I think your wife was right. I mean, if this was the real reason she didn't want to tell her sister about the affair, but her reaction after she found out that you told the truth to sister-in-law, makes me think that she already knew about it. Or at least suspected it and preferred to hide it either because, in her twisted way, she cares about her sister and didn't want to see her hurt, even if this was not the best way to show it. Or because she liked that her sister was in that situation, that she was being cheated on. Which, if that is the case, is really sick of her. Cheating, it's horrible, and definitely your sister-in-law deserved to know what was going on in her marriage, but I can't deny that your lack of consideration for her current state was a little strange to me. But no, OP, you're not the idiot, and yes, I found your wife's reaction to all of this very strange. And what do you guys think about this situation? What would you do if you were OP? Would you have told sister-in-law as soon as you found out about the affair? Or the fact that she was pregnant would make you wait a bit? Don't forget to leave your comments down below. Oh, and I hope you are enjoying the video so far. If so, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notifications to know when a new video is out. Now let's go to the first update. Update. It's been a few days since I told my wife's sister that her husband is a cheat. Just to clarify to all the weirdos, no, I am not in love with my sister-in-law. I don't have any inappropriate feelings for her. I respect her and she's family. In any case, yesterday I asked my wife why she was pissed, and wanted me to not reveal the truth to her sister. I said, "I know you guys hate each other, but you guys are siblings." My wife said it's not our place to interfere. I asked, "Are you okay with her sister being cheated on?" She said she isn't, but it has ruined their marriage because of my stupidity. She's pregnant and the child needs his father, and so does the wife. I was so shocked when she said this, like what the F? I asked her, "If I were to cheat on you, would you forgive me?" She said yes. I also asked her if she ever cheats on me, would she hide it from me? She also said yes to that. Well, I'm not surprised by this answer. I mean, what cheater would tell their partner that they cheated on them? And the fact that she didn't say something like, "I would never cheat on you" or something like that, makes this whole conversation a really big red flag. I was so shocked I asked her if she knew what she's saying. She said, yes, and she's confident. Just because you had sex with someone else, doesn't mean everyone else has to suffer and break the family. Wow. I had no words to say. I told her that I also sent my sister-in-law money. She started screaming at me, said I shouldn't have helped her, knowing she doesn't like her sister. I said if that's what she thinks, then it's better if we just divorce. She got angry and screamed, "Fine," and started packing her bag. I tried my best to stop her from leaving. I told her that I love her and I just did what I felt right. Nobody has to suffer a betrayal like this. She said it wasn't the right time. I asked her, so when should we tell her the truth? After she gives birth? Because it will worsen her pain. Or years after she gives birth? She will just blame us. She said we should have just kept quiet and left it alone. Oh God, I tried so hard to stop her, but she didn't listen to me and left. I tried to contact her and her parents, her friends, but they don't know where she is. And instead, they started interrogating me, saying I am her husband and I should have taken care of her, and I should know where she is. I even visited my brother-in-law to confirm my suspicions, but I didn't see her car or her belongings anywhere. I hate that I am being blamed for just revealing the truth, and my wife is leaving me, without a second thought. I was so damn pissed, so today I called my sister-in-law and told her that she can stay at my place, cause I am going to my parents, and my wife left and nobody knows where she is. She told me she will try talking to her parents, but after a while she called me and said that their parents don't know where she is. I told her to think about herself and come over and stay here, instead of blowing up her money. Now I am at my parents' and my sister-in-law is in our home. Maybe I was being petty, but I hate that my wife gave up on me and left without a second thought. I don't know if she's cheating or cheated, or if she would truly cheat on me and her own blood sister, with a family relative, over feuds. One thing is for sure though, I cannot trust my wife anymore, she hurted me. The comments also say, OP should not have gone behind his wife's back to tell his sister-in-law about the affair. Yes I did, I went behind her back, I tried so hard to not to, but she is covering up for a cheater, and she wouldn't even spare her own sister. I love my wife and I mean it, but that doesn't mean I will give up on my own morals and my self-worth, just to please the woman I love. I consider my wife's family as my own. Why did she try to stop me though? Why am I the bad guy in her eyes? Is it just as easy to say none of our business, and forget about everything else? I'm sorry OP, the way your wife speaks on the subject of cheating is concerning. Especially that she would hide it from you. If I were in your shoes, I wouldn't be able to trust her either. How she doesn't look at cheating on your significant other as a huge deal breaker is beyond me. Some couples can forgive and move past it, but not all. The baby's father can still be in her life. I'm sorry you're hurting and going through this. Yeah, I feel like she isn't even the woman I married, she's like a completely different person. Maybe the comments about I married the wrong sister were right, aha. In any case, I loved her and I still do and will do so for foreseeable future, so I will just back out of relationship and dating scene, and even I don't trust my wife at this point. Not the idiot, your wife is a weirdo. I think it's more that she hates her sister than that she's worried about her baby. If she were worried, why would she get angry at you for helping your sister-in-law? I do worry, though, that you might have endangered her by leaving her alone in your house. If your wife returns and sees her there, she might get hurt. She also will probably cheat on you, if she hasn't already. I would proceed with the divorce. I don't know if your wife is a sexist or just a cheater. I don't think that if she's cheating on you, she would do it with her brother-in-law, because if that is the case, he is cheating on her and on her sister with that woman. But who knows? After her thoughts on cheating, it's quite impossible. For sure she doesn't care about her sister's well-being, or if is being cheated, since even after the birth and her recovery after childbirth, or even after years, she wouldn't tell her about the affair. She would let her sister continue to be cheated on by her husband, and she would be fine with that. Also, it looks like she doesn't care if you cheat on her or if she cheated on you, as long, everything remains a secret. So, because of her answer, I'm left with this doubt, is she simply a sexist? What matters to her is that the family stays together for appearances, or she's also a cheater. Either way, it looks like you guys have different ideas of what a marriage should be, so maybe divorce really is the best option here. Initially, I would say couples therapy, talk and understand each other, but when there's cheating involved, I think separation is the best option for both parties. And what about you guys? What do you think? Do you think OP's wife is cheating on him? Don't forget to leave your thoughts down below. Now let's go to the next update. Update 2. Many people asked me for an update, and I also do need some outsider's perspective over my situation, so here it goes. But before, I just want to ask the people who kept calling me names for telling my sister-in-law the truth, why you guys kept telling me to mind my own business. She's family, and if families don't look out for each other and help, then who else will? Strangers? And it's not just some harmless, small lie from my brother-in-law, this is life-changing. My sister-in-law isn't just my sister-in-law, she's my friend. If I didn't tell her the truth now, then that piece of shit would have just kept cheating, and I would lose a friend if I kept delaying to tell her. Anyway, coming back to update, my sister-in-law only stayed at my place for 2 days. After that she called me and said she can't trouble me anymore and she's going to live in a hotel. I tried to convince her to not blow up her money unnecessarily, but she didn't listen and left anyway. And yes, I am divorcing my wife. After a week of no contact, she called me and said she wants to reconcile. She said she was angry that I didn't listen to her and went behind her back. She said she didn't want to break her sister's family, so she wanted to hide it and convince brother-in-law to not cheat, but I effed it all up and she's coming back.
You effed up?
You? I just asked her to come back cause I wanted to talk to her and it's not something you discuss over calls. Once my wife arrived and started to explain herself, I told her I am filing for divorce. She was pretty shocked. She said we can make it work. I told her we can't. I say, I don't trust you after everything you said, and you just left me with no way of contacting you, then you show up suddenly, while I was worried all day about where you are or if you were safe, saying you want to work this out. I can't make it work. She tried convincing me to not divorce her, but I had already made my intentions clear. I told her that her sister stayed at our place for 2 days, and she got angry and said, "Fine, let's divorce," and left. I told my sister-in-law that I am getting a divorce. She wasn't happy about it, but she didn't try to convince me in or out of it. I told her that she can stay with me instead of hotel. She said it's inappropriate. I just said either you blow up your money and struggle, or you can accept my help. So sister-in-law and I have been living together for past couple of days, and we discussed about our spouses and their behavior. We both got pretty angry about this all. She got even more angry than I was, and ended up calling my wife and called her names. She told me she's hellbent on ruining my brother-in-law. She is divorcing him and will go nuclear on him, and will ask for as much money as alimony and child support she can. She wants to drain him. My wife and I didn't talk to each other after she left, and we both know that we are divorcing. My sister-in-law was angry at first. Now she calmed down because it's unhealthy for her and her baby, and started focusing on her career and reads stories about single moms. She's preparing herself. So yeah, that's all, and the weirdos can stay away. Neither my sister-in-law nor I have any feelings for each other. I was just helping her and she wasn't feeling good about it. That's why she was hesitating so much. Call me the moral police, but I know I did the right thing not just for my sister-in-law, but for me as well. I now know what kind of woman my wife is. I'm so sorry you're having to go through with this. Not the idiot, but please get support from whomever you can, and continue providing support to your sister-in-law. Wishing you the best going forward. Thanks, I got my parents' support, but they won't pick sides. After all, we both are their children and we are fighting, which is understandable. My mom calls me every day at least twice to check up on me. Me and my sister-in-law support each other and talk a lot. I am in pain, but her pain is unimaginable. She's pregnant and found out her baby's father is a cheater, also low on money and ashamed to seek help. Guess she's no longer my sister-in-law, but my friend. I'll try my best to support her, but even though she's so much in pain, she is thinking about herself and her child. Women are truly strong, especially when they are pregnant, indeed. Did your wife ever tell you where she went? I find it interesting that she has a place where she can just go for an extended period of time and nobody knows where she went to. I don't, and I don't care. I had mixed feelings. I love my wife and tried to stop her from leaving, tried to convince her to stay, but she left anyway, while I was worried all day, every day about her. I was so worried as to where my wife was, if she was safe, as she ate, but she never contacted me after she left, and her family didn't know about where she was. But no matter how much I love her, it's better if I just divorce her. I have lost all my trust in her, not just that she wanted to hide my brother-in-law cheating. She even said she would expect me to forgive her for cheating, and she would forgive me if I cheated. I don't want that, none of this. Besides, if a pregnant woman can go so far putting her emotions aside, and think for herself, then I also should cut out toxicity, and restart my life instead of worrying. She kinda inspired me. I'm glad that you and sister-in-law at least have each other, but why isn't she staying with her parents? Is she embarrassed by what is going on? Or does her family think like your wife and think she should stay with her cheating husband? If it's the first, she shouldn't be, but if it's the second, they're the ones who should be ashamed, not her. And what do you guys think of this update? Do you agree with OP's and sister-in-law decisions? Don't forget to leave what you think down below. OP also made another post. It looks like wife is trying to turn their families against OP and her sister. Let's read. Am I the idiot for celebrating Christmas with my sister-in-law? My soon-to-be ex-wife is pissed and spreading rumors about us having an affair. I have made 3 posts prior to this one, and I know nobody wants to go through all that, but I never thought celebrating Christmas with my sister-in-law would cause this much drama. I found out that my brother-in-law was cheating on my sister-in-law, my ex-wife's sister. When I told my then-wife, she told me to stay quiet. I didn't, and told her sister. My then-wife's reasoning was that we shouldn't interfere in their marriage, as it doesn't concern us. I was angry that she would defend cheating, and when I asked her if she would forgive me if I cheated, she said she would, 'cause it's just sex. After a huge fight she left, and disappeared for a week. When she came back, I told her that I am divorcing her, and currently we going through the divorce process. So me and my ex are going through legal proceedings, and we are going to get divorced 100%, 'cause I can't trust someone who defends cheaters. Especially someone who defends a cheater who cheats on her own sister. Yes, their sisterly relationship was problematic, but still it's wrong for me and for my sister-in-law. My sister-in-law is going through divorce process as well, and she's aggressively seek child support and alimony. So on Christmas, I invited her to celebrate with me. I had already been supporting her financially and we got closer, and became friends, 'cause we both were betrayed by our partners. We would talk, we would vent and get angry so much at both of them. My sister-in-law and I celebrated Christmas with children from both of our family, like nephews and nieces, and even their friends joined us for a while. We kinda went overboard and showered them with gifts. But my ex got to know about it, and she told everyone in my and her family that it's us that were cheating, and now I am trying to get married to her sister, which is why I am divorcing her. Most of our families didn't believe her, except some people. They said I am a cheater, and I shouldn't be celebrating Christmas with sister-in-law since she's my sister's ex, and that I should be spending time with my wife instead of divorcing her, that she did nothing wrong. I tried to tell them that her defending cheaters is so stupid, that I and ex-sister-in-law are friends, that we celebrated with children, and sister-in-law is pregnant, and I was just supporting her. She also supports me because we are going through so much. But they kept saying that I should just take my wife back, and do good by her, and spending time with her sister isn't good, and we're cheating. So am I the idiot for celebrating Christmas with her and children from our family? They didn't stay for a long time, but after they left, me and my sister-in-law did spend a long time together. But it was just us drinking and talking about our future, and what we should do about our partners. We just vent to each other. Well, I think those people are idiots, not you. I hope your and your sister-in-law's divorce goes quickly and that you both get rid of those toxic people soon. Good luck, OP. And that's it for today, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, go watch the video that is appearing on the screen right now or click on one of our playlists that are in the description to watch more videos. Until next time.